Hi, I'm Clinton.
And I'm Nikki, and we're here to share a glimpse of seasoned love.
The real, the rugged, and the romance.
It's here! Today, we begin our third epic road trip across the country. Tonight, we land near Chicago for a visit to Indiana Dunes National Park, and we are camping in the national park tonight. We have some little fun stops along the way to entertain us. Let's get on the road.
Let's do this.
So we've made our first stop.
Yep.
In Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Just like 45, 50 minutes up the road.
Yep, look what we found.
A giant coffee pot.
Coffee pot. We have to give a shout out to Pat and Judy Carr.
Yes.
Our dear friends in Pennsylvania, who told us about this website, atlasobscura.com,
Yes.
where you can put in your zip code, or you can put in your route and find roadside oddities, just like this giant coffee pot.
So here it is.
Stop number 1. And straight ahead we have Pilot Mountain.
You get to Pilot Mountain, you keep going. There's just this like feeling of, oh, we're actually gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going somewhere for real. All right, our first border crossing to West Virginia.
Honey, we already went through Virginia.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Oh no. Here we go again. We have a couple of friends with us on this trip. Bosco and Judy. We first came upon these small woodland creatures on a hike to Appoquinee Falls.
Yes.
In Glacier National Park, Montana.
Kind of near Swift Current Lake area.
Yes. We had taken this hike. It was beautiful. Not very far of a hike, but it was definitely up. We got most of the way to the top. We sat down for a moment just to appreciate the view. There were some rocks, some big boulders. And Clinton actually decided to go up a little further to the waterfall. Yeah, the pool where the waterfall was. And while I sat, these little creatures, they were kind of a cross between a squirrel and a chipmunk.
Yeah.
Before Clinton went up, we saw these little animals, and I said, oh, maybe they call them squirrel monks. Sounded kind of funny. Clinton's up at the waterfall. He spent a little time. He came back down. You take it from there, darling. Well, I have to preface that this place in Glacier it's very near the Blackfoot Indian Reservation.
Anyhow, so when I'm up there, it dawns on me a much more Indian-typed name for these things. I came down and just was very nonchalant, yeah, about it. And I was like, oh, hey, by the way, I found out that the natives call these things chippa squirrels.
I believed him. Why wouldn't I believe him? He's my loving husband, and he tells me things.
I wasn't trying to be deceiving. I just was being fun. I was trying to be funny like she was with squirrel monks, but apparently she totally bought it.
From then on the trip, and that was how many years ago? 4 or 6 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
We still call them chippa squirrels. Northern Montana, cross between a squirrel and a chipmunk.
So if you know, comment down below.
At any rate, for Christmas 2 years ago, I think it was, I was in a crocheting season. For Clinton, I surprised him and I made 2 chippa squirrels.
Right.
Because I guess I have to preface this with sometimes before we go to sleep, I will say, tell me a story. And Clinton comes up with these lovely elaborate stories.
I reverse
great storyteller.
So, the one night before bed, I had this premonition that she was going to ask me to tell her a story. So I decided to flip it. And so I was like, hey, before we go to sleep, tell me a story.
Once upon a time, there were two Chippa squirrels named Bosco and Judy. And he cracked up laughing. Then they just went on with this elaborate story of their adventures.
Yes.
And I was so proud of myself.
She did a really good job.
So we decided we're going back to Montana. We're driving, and Bosco and Judy need to come back to Montana. Maybe they'll see some friends. You never know. Hi, Bosco. Hey, Judy. Second stop on the Roadside Oddity train.
Yes.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Right.
And look what we found.
It's the Mothman.
Mothman. Mothman. There's a whole museum for the Mothman.
Apparently in 1966, a couple of couples went to a particular area and they realized they weren't alone. What they saw was this Mothman, but it doesn't say anything more on the sculpture, so we'll have to check it out. So we were on our way back to the truck and realized that maybe Mothman is not the only thing that makes this place interesting or noteworthy. We also found this sign.
Historic Point Pleasant, the scene of the first battle of the American Revolution. That's pretty noteworthy.
That is noteworthy.
I would say maybe more than Mothman.
I would think so.
We're crossing the river from West Virginia into Ohio.
Hello.
Hello, we made it to Ohio. The sign says, Ohio, come back soon.
Well, this is kind of no man's land maybe right in here.
I thought we were,
maybe
are
this
we in
isn't-
Illinois?
This isn't either state.
Oh, there it is. Just kidding, it's not Illinois, it's Indiana. Indiana Dunes, right?
Right.
Windmill Farm in Indiana, as far as the eye can see. That side of the road, in front of us, and that side of the road. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Whew.
So let me just start off by saying is a little bit of a rough start on the whole sleeping situation.
We had mechanical failures.
Yeah,
On
we
our-
had dogs.
Oh, we had dogs barking in the campground.
We had
Mosquitoes.
mosquitoes, plenty.
We even had a mosquito net.
And somehow they're like, yeah, let's go in there with them.
It was a little rough night's sleep.
Anyhow,
So,
here's what we're thankful for. Number one, we weren't supposed to have showers at this
it
campground.
said no showers on the website.
There were showers,
That was wonderful.
and that redeemed the morning for me. So let's talk about that.
Sometimes a lot of things go wrong.
You got that right, sister.
It is easy to complain. It's easy to get just negative about the things that are going wrong.
We even look for reasons to be negative about it.
Yes.
I ran into a lady at the fast food place that we stopped today, and she said, "Is it nice outside?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is nice outside." She's like, "Well, I've been in here since 10 o'clock." She was setting herself up for being negative, right? Setting herself up to complain. We need to find a way to be thankful. Even in the midst of all the stuff going wrong, we need to find a way to be thankful.
There's always something to be thankful for.
Yep.
So be grateful today. Up way before the visitor center is open.
Because if you've seen our other videos, that's how we roll.
So we drove down to the end of the furthest beach at Indiana Dunes National Park, Mount Baldy.
Mount Baldy.
It's called. And we parked, and we're just going to walk around a little bit and enjoy the morning. Look,
Oh, yeah.
That's the dune right there.
See, there's
Like trees growing out.
trees growing out of the dune.
Anyway.
Well, we're going to see what it's about.
Let's go take a look.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kidding.
Here's the situation. We know our limitations. We haven't had breakfast.
Or tea.
Or sleep,
Or
really.
sleep.
So, the sandy trail that is a little over a mile. I'm not walking that far.
I can't do it this morning. So we're going to drive down the road to areas of the dune beach that
Apparently
we can see from the road.
Yeah, apparently the road goes right there.
I'm going to do that.
That's what I'm doing. This morning, it doesn't take much for us to laugh at something because we're a little bit...
whipped around out of a parking lot. And look at poor Bosco and Judy. Whoa.
They took a tumble.
And we see water. Guess what? We found Lake Michigan. Oh, it was so worth it to drive down the road and just walk down the steps.
Yeah, no hiking involved.
No hiking. We can't handle hiking right now.
Super nice.
Yeah, take a look. The next leg of our journey,
Yeah.
we go to a national park.
Yeah.
That's an island.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.